Welcome back to my channel. Today's book, The Courage to be Disliked by Ichiro Kishimi, provides a powerful framework for living freely, achieving inner peace, and discovering authentic happiness. Rooted in the principles of Adlerian psychology, this book explores how breaking free from self-imposed limitations can transform your life. If you're ready to gain insights that challenge the conventional, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Now, let's explore the journey to living courageously and being true to yourself. The book is presented as a conversation between a philosopher and a young man, and it introduces Adlerian psychology, developed by Alfred Adler. This form of psychology emphasizes personal freedom, rejecting determinism and focusing on individual empowerment. According to Adler, we are not bound by our past or genetics. Rather, we shape our lives based on choices we make. The philosopher argues that each individual has the potential to rewrite their life story. This is a radical shift from traditional psychological ideas, which often attribute behavior to past trauma or genetic predisposition. In this view, our interpretation of our experiences shapes us more than the experiences themselves. One of the key ideas is the separation of tasks. This principle emphasizes that we should focus on our own responsibilities and avoid taking on those that belong to others. For example, the young man in the dialogue struggles with pleasing his parents and society. The philosopher advises him to focus solely on tasks that are his, rather than worrying about what others think or expect of him. The goal is to understand where your responsibility ends and another's begins. In practice, this means we should stop seeking validation from others and release ourselves from the burden of other people's opinions. According to Adlerian philosophy, our happiness and self-worth do not depend on the approval of others. The philosopher argues that to live authentically, we must have the courage to change and accept ourselves fully. This requires stepping out of our comfort zones and breaking free from societal and self-imposed expectations. The young man struggles with the fear of being disliked, a fear many of us face, but the philosopher insists that pleasing everyone is neither possible nor desirable. The philosopher explains that when we choose authenticity, we must accept that not everyone will approve. The courage to be disliked is about embracing the fact that by living according to our own values and truths, we may experience conflict or disapproval from others. Kishimi's book challenges trauma-based psychology, proposing that people are not held back by their past. Rather than being controlled by what happened to us, we interpret our experiences based on current goals. This means that if we have a particular way of behaving, it's because we have chosen it for a purpose, whether we're conscious of that purpose or not. For example, if someone believes they are unworthy of love because of childhood rejection, Adlerian psychology suggests this belief serves a purpose in the present. By understanding that our actions are driven by current goals, we can begin to change those behaviors by setting new goals that align with a positive and growth-oriented view of ourselves. According to Adlerian psychology, the meaning of life is inherently social and relational. This approach stresses the importance of engaging in horizontal relationships, or equal relationships without domination or submission. When we connect with others on an equal level, without expectations or fears, we experience genuine companionship and community. The philosopher argues that by letting go of status-driven vertical relationships, where there's always a hierarchy, we can foster compassion and friendship. This helps in creating a sense of belonging that is not conditional on pleasing or controlling others, but is instead based on mutual respect. The philosopher explains that happiness is a choice, one that we make by deciding to live fully in the present. According to Adlerian psychology, dwelling on the past or fearing the future only creates suffering. Happiness is available now if we focus on the tasks and choices of the moment. We find freedom by being fully present, committing to our values, and avoiding comparisons with others. The courage to be disliked invites us to transform our lives by embracing our individuality, rejecting the need for approval, and finding happiness in our own choices. Through separating tasks, living authentically, and nurturing positive relationships, we can achieve real freedom and inner peace. If this summary resonated with you, don't forget to subscribe for more insights from influential books. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you in the next video.